Keep building. Don't stop. Don't put down your equipment. Keep digging with the shovel. Keep hammering away. Keep laying your bricks. Keep following your blueprint. Whatever it is that God has you doing, do not stop building. When you're building something that God specifically gave you, you have to be willing to start the work and finish it through to completion, because He's given you something that He hasn't given anyone else. So as a result, you'll probably get a lot of backlash. You'll get people that won't support you, or people that will intentionally try to derail you or mock you or prevent you from achieving the success that you envision. Keep building. Keep building. You know, if you're a member of this group, you obviously probably know about my LinkedIn group, The Empowerment Zone. Created that group maybe 12, 13 years ago, something like that. When I first started it, it was something that people kind of like doubted. Some people laughed at me, they mocked. But you know what? I didn't pay attention. I kept building. I kept growing the group. And now we have about 11 or 12,000 members. I didn't stop. I didn't let the people get to me. The ones that wanted to be naysayers, the ones that wanted to point their finger at me, the ones that wanted to laugh and get other people to laugh at me, because I tried to empower people in a LinkedIn group of my own. Never stop building. So as you go out there as a builder, or as a innovator, or a groundbreaker, or a trailblazer, or whatever you are, someone that may be going out to leave your mark on your specific industry or your niche, whatever it is, you'll get the opposition. And you'll get people that may oppose you right now, who at some point will actually buy into what you're doing. But the thing is, with builders, is that you don't look the part of someone that they should follow or listen to, or someone that they want to partner with. You don't always look the part. You don't look like them. You look like a pioneer. You look like someone that's ahead of your time. So the thing with pioneers is that as you go out there and you blaze your trail, it's like you're clearing the jungle. You're clearing an area in the deep woods for you to lay the foundation of your work. And when you clear that jungle out, you gotta, cross the thorns and all the trees and bushes and hanging branches and snakes, all of that stuff all around you that has never been traversed before by anyone, because it's unpaved, uncharted territory. You're the first one going there. So as a result, you're naturally going to come back out of those woods with your raw and uncut work or business or idea or innovation or product or service or whatever it is, and people are not going to understand it, because they're used to the refinement of life. They're used to processed goods. They're not used to raw fruit. They're not used to the rawness of that idea that you have. So go out there and hack away at the jungle. Go out there and lay that groundwork of your foundation. Go out there and put in the floors, put the walls up, put the windows, cut the windows out and the door frames and all that stuff, all the framing and everything that you have to put out there, the electrical, the plumbing. Get all that stuff in order, because what you're doing is you are preparing the way for the people to come along and eventually use your work. They'll use your work. They'll use what it is that you're doing. They'll at some point be a beneficiary of what it is that you're doing. In fact, many of them may even come on board and support you in some way, shape, or form with their time, their talent, or their treasures. They'll do something to support the work, because they'll say, oh wow, this person has been in the woods for a long time and we laughed them to scorn, and they were building their ark and we didn't believe in them, but now it's starting to rain, or now we actually need what they've been building and I want to help, or I want to become a part of it, or I want to use it for my good or my benefit. So That's the thing about business. That's the thing about life and leadership, especially, is that it's a lonely road initially, because you're laying the foundation. You're clearing the jungle for people that have never walked in the jungle before. You're putting a foundation down where there was no foundation before. And what you're doing is making it easier for the follow-ups, and that is people that follow up behind you with their particular piece of the puzzle. They may want to come in with the dining room table, and they may want to, have the place settings and all of that, the champagne glasses and all this other stuff, but you were roughing it up, and you were doing what you had to do to lay the foundation, or to establish that business or that work that would make it easier for the other people to come along and do their part. It's like these big organizations that we hear of, the Walmarts, whatever, all the other ones that we hear of, right? The big organizations of our day. Imagine where they were 20 years ago. Amazon's, Apple, all the other ones, right? Microsoft, Berkshire Hathaway, Exxon, all these other ones, McDonald's or whatever, all the big ones that started off very humbly, very small. They were laying the groundwork. They were actually going through the brush, through the jungle, getting all scarred up. Their arms were all scarred up from the thorns. They got, bitten a couple of times by the snakes and all that other dangerous stuff out there in the jungle that most people are unaware of. So you got to go ahead and embrace that call and say, look, people are going to laugh at me, they're going to mock, but who cares? You got to stay focused on your work and on the path ahead, because what you're doing is remarkable and God gave it to you. You just have to keep pushing and tune out all of the negativity and focus on what it is that's at hand. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Because all the mockers, all the naysayers, all the negative people, they'll eventually have to use what it is that you created. They'll eventually want to be a part of it, and they'll have to pay at some point. They'll have to pay either in money or time or something. It's going to cost. It's going to cost. You think of it like maybe a toll booth, like on the highway, right? And you're the person that actually built the tunnel. You're the person that built it. When you were building it, everybody was like, oh, what is this person doing building a tunnel? Where is this tunnel going to go to? What is up with this? Ha ha ha. All the money that they're spending building this stupid tunnel. And then later on, years down the road, months down the road, people say, you know what? I'm going to use the tunnel because it's a shortcut to my destination. It'll save me about 10, 20, 30 minutes of my time. I'll pay the toll. You see, but when you were pioneering, they didn't really think of it like that. So you have to be ahead of your time. You have to be ahead of the curve if you're a pioneering type of leader or business person or professional, or a person that's really like a type A personality that just goes out and establishes their own work. You don't depend on somebody else's platform. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but you may not be a person that depends on somebody else's ideas or platforms. You look at a need in the marketplace and you say, you know what, that's it. I gotta fill that need. I have to fulfill that need. I have to fill that need because I have what it takes to fill it, and it resonates deeply with me in my heart that it's me, it's me, it's me, and you do it. I did the same thing with many of my work, many of my projects. I've done the same thing with. I've done the same thing with even this Empowered X, with my Revive movement, with my LinkedIn group, the Empowerment Zone, with my groundbreaking book, State of the Kingdom Address. Everything I virtually touch is something new. I don't touch somebody else's work. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. I've touched other people's works in the past, but now that I've matured at a level of accepting God's call on my life, I go out and I work with my hands and I clear debris in the woods to lay the foundation. I'll dig the rocks up. I'll level the ground, and then I'll go ahead and pour the concrete to lay my foundation of some incredible work or project or business or program or idea or concept or community that the people at large will need and thank me for later. There'll be a cost. It might not cost right now, but when I put my toll booth operators in place, it will cost. And the people that laughed, they will pay. And everybody else, they will pay. And I know that. That's why I never stop my work. I just go in full confidence of what it is that God called me to do and what resonates with my intuition. When I have that check in my spirit that, yeah, I'm called to do this and I'm anointed to do this, I'm gifted to do this, I have the resources and the personnel to do this, I'm going to do it with all my heart. So I'm encouraging you out there, if you are a leader in your own realm, and you may not be someone that's front and center as far as being recognized as a leader, but you may be someone that just leads from your own spirit, like you know God has called you as a extraordinary person to do something different, and he's kind of like placed you on your own path. You don't necessarily follow the tracks of other people around you. You may do it to a certain extent, but you don't necessarily follow it through and through. There's always a point in the road that you just kind of like veer off course. Like you'll follow the main channel, and then God will kind of like open up a little stream for you to go down, and that stream is what you need, because that's the part of your spirit or your unique gifts or your unique background, anointing, power within you, your wisdom, your knowledge, experience, and all these things, your insight, your perspective, that kind of makes you a valuable tool in God's hands to affect a certain people that he's placed around you, or he will place around you. So I don't care if you're on the main channel. If God has selected you to be a leader or a groundbreaker, a trailblazer, a builder, an architect, if you will, he's going to arrange the circumstances where you have to go forward, even when people around you don't understand. You have to go ahead and clear that jungle out. You have to lay that foundation and keep building brick upon brick, block upon block, precept upon precept, until the work is done. And you know what's going to happen? When you're building, the people that get it, they're going to be attracted to the work you're doing, and they're going to want to come in. They're going to say, hey, look, I have a part. This connects with my spirit. God gave me a confirmation that I belong here. I want to help. I want to sow into what you're doing. I want to contribute. I want to tell people about what you're doing. I want to buy your products or services. How can you use me to further what you're doing or to further your cause? That's what will happen. So you're not alone entirely. You may be alone for a season and during different periods of the building or the construction, but God will most certainly bring the people and the resources your way. They just have to see the incredible monument being built. Right now, they probably don't see it because it's in the woods, but I guarantee you, you build up a couple of levels or maybe one level, you get that first floor in, they're going to see the walls and they're going to see the windows, they're going to see the door, they're going to say, wow, this is a beautiful structure here, what are you doing? And it's going to pique their interest, and once it piques their interest, if God confirms that they are supposed to be helping you or a part of what you're doing or even using what you're doing, they're going to either want to join you or they're going to want to at some point assist you or even buy your products, services, or whatever it is you're doing. So keep building. If you feel tired, that is the time to press on. If you feel like you're not getting the type of momentum that you want to get with regard to whatever it is you're building, that's when you press on. That's when you seek God for wisdom on how to build or how to resolve problems or issues with what it is you're building. But because remember, uncharted territory, there is no blueprint. The only blueprint is God. There is no, oh, it's been done before, let me ask such and such on how to do it. No, you can ask people, you can get counsel for certain things, but as far as the entire vision for how to do what it is you're doing, there's no blueprint. You are the blueprint, or God is the blueprint, but you're the first. You're the first. So you just have to go out there and do a little bit of trial by error, but also do a little bit of pre-building investigation or research, if you will. Research a little bit, research the market, research a little bit about the resources that are typically used in building something. You may not be able to research all the specifics, but certain things you can research. Research the climate, the weather. Is rain coming, or is it going to be a sunny day? Well, to build on the sunny days and not necessarily the rainy days. You know what I mean. So there are certain things that you can do pre-build as far as research is concerned to make the building process a lot easier and to make the end of all the building a success. So go out there in full confidence that God has most certainly anointed you. But during that building, it is going to be tough, and you may come out of your building situation looking all tired and rough and not sharp and just discouraged, and people can see you kind of like growing older. It may seem to them like you're stressed or growing older quicker. So be it. Such are the ways of builders. But once it's built, then you can come back in your beautiful tuxedo, or if you're a woman, that beautiful gown and the earrings and everything that you have on, and then you can be the guest speaker. You can be the one that they're honoring at that exclusive dinner, that gala, whatever it is, right? The cocktail party, whatever. They're honoring you at the award ceremony, saying, this is the person that built this. Everybody give them a round of applause. You see what I mean? So it may be rough early on because you're building. Such are the ways of construction people. Look how they dress. Look at their hands, all calloused up, and they may have dirty hands and may wear the dirty jeans and the boots and the hard hats. They're building. But see them in a few months after the project is done, or maybe a year or so. When it's done, you're going to see them in a different level of glory. You're going to see them counting their money, or living and traveling and doing big things in the world, or being celebrated as the builder of this incredible project, or the architect who designed this whole thing. So be not weary in well-doing, but in due season you will reap if you faint not. Keep pushing, keep refining, keep putting block upon block, precept upon precept. You're going to do it. You're going to succeed. To everybody out there that is building. So with that said, I look forward to just seeing where this amazing journey is going to go with this group, Empowered X. And for anyone that may be getting this video who's not a part of this group, comment below or reach out to me and ask me, how can you be a member of our exclusive community, Empowered X? We'll give you a free 30-day trial. And I assure you that once the free trial is over, you're going to want to sign up for the subscription, the monthly subscription, because you're going to get some life-changing material that we never share with the public. It's only for our group members and Empowered X. A number of other amazing benefits as well. But keep building, and God will see you through. So this is David. I will see you real soon, my friend. Stay empowered. Like this, comment below, and tell me, what are you building? What have you built pretty recently? Or what are you working on? Are you going to put out a new book, like a groundbreaking book or a film, or a new business, a new program, a new investment? What are you building? Comment below. Right now, I'm building Empowered X. I'm building the One Up Challenges, and I have a host of other things that I'm building, including my Revive movement to revive the nations, which is really what all of my work in these times is about, reviving the nations. I kind of like do what I can to launch businesses, kind of like as a serial entrepreneur, and as I gain money, I dump it back into my movement, the Revive movement to revive the nations. I dump it back into the movement to bring more visibility to the movement and get other people involved with the movement so they can help me revive the nations. And we're getting a lot of traction based on that model. So with that said, my friend, have a great day. We'll talk to you real soon. This is David, kind of laid back right now. I'm not always laid back. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm real relaxed. I'm in a relaxed mood, but I'll see you soon. And who knows what type of mood I'll be in then. But it'll be a good mood, I'm sure. Either way, relaxed or non-relaxed. But with that said, take care. Have a great day. We'll talk to you real soon. Peace and love, my friend.